The Five Nights at Freddy's movie is one of the most successful horror films of all time. Based on a game by the same name and directed by a woman, it is no doubt a fun yet scary love letter to the bear's legacy. But in the darkest corners of the web, rumors regarding this motion picture paints an eerie and psychotic tale. Stories of a cursed rituals on set, maddening monsters seen in theaters, and every copy of the DVD being personalized. What truly is to blame for these events? The most frightening fable of them all is a story posted on famous dark web page 4chan by a user simply going by Roger. It begins with the foreboding message, "I saw an evil version of the FNaF movie."
It started as a normal day, not unlike any other. My stupid dad was out of town for the weekend, so I had the whole house for myself. I was going to spend playing Roblox and eating chips. At least that was my plan. But when I turned on my computer, I noticed I had a Skype notification. It was from my friend Earl. I opened it and read it. "Hey Roger! I was able to pirate the Five Nights at Freddy's movie off the dark web. Let me know if you want it." I scratched my chin and plucked up one hair there. Earl knew how much I freaking loved Five Nights at Freddy's. Ever since I was 6, I had been watching FNaF videos and making theories. I had been looking forward to the movie for years, but my idiotic dad had told me that I wasn't allowed to watch after he had seen the poster. The beautiful Freddy Fazbear had red eyes. He thought it was satanic, violent, and evil. He had told me, "Damn Blumhouse are devil worshippers, and that's the end of the story. I'm not letting you invoke malicious spirits to our home." Stupid dad. He didn't get it. He just didn't get how much I loved FNaF. Sure, the new games were bad and even perhaps woke, but that didn't stop me from wanting, nay, needed to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Yes, pirating is an evil, wicked act, but my craving for the bear was too strong. I messaged Earl saying I needed him to send it to me. I had to see this film. Hours and hours passed. I had already eaten breakfast and lunch and dinner and watched countless episodes of Game Theory to get ready for the motion picture. The sun was beginning to set. The fear that Earl's internet had gone out or that he had fallen off his roof was dawning on me. How would I get the film if such things had happened, I wondered. But when my computer made a noise indicating a new Skype message, I knew I was in for a treat. But it wasn't Earl. A new message from Mr. Blue was what greeted me on the Skype page.
"Hello, boy. I'm friend of Earl, and he told me you wanted to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie based on the indie phenomenon by the same name. Is this true?"
Mr. Blue? Earl had never mentioned any blue friends of his. I said yes, and immediately he sent a video file. It was titled Five Nights at Freddy's 2023. It was a movie! My dumb dad couldn't stop me now. I downloaded the file and took my computer to the living room. I connected to the television and prepared for the movie by getting tubes of Pringles and a large Pepsi. The movie began playing. It all seemed normal, I thought. Only exception was some sort of blue image kept appearing at random. Must be some sort of glitch from it being pirated, I thought, and continued the film. But things started to get creepy. When Mike was trying to get a new job, the career counselor Steve Ragland was blue. I felt my heart rushing. I just knew this was wrong, but I kept going. Next scene that was wrong was the dinner scene with Aunt Jan. In the background, I could see a rotting corpse. I clenched my chest in fright and kept watching this twisted picture, mesmerizing. I could not look away. What happened next was disturbing. A scene with Mike out in the woods with Jane, but he hits her in the head with a shovel. The next 30 minutes is Mike digging and burning her out of the woods. I wanted to cry. As my tears flooded the next scene played. It was the bearded man getting killed by Bonnie, but he was bluer than usual. After he kills that poor man, he looked into the camera and spoke to me.
I want blue.
I tried to turn it off, the television, but the remote wouldn't work. I looked at the screen, now it was a red room. But the room, it was slowly faded in and out, showing my house? I jumped off the couch and ran up to the TV trying to unplug it. Every cable I yanked, but it didn't work. I heard a voice again of Bonnie. I wanted to throw up. I ran to my room to get my phone and call the police or my no good father. But my phone, it was cut in half, as if by a shovel. I got on my computer. I called Earl, but instead Bonnie answered. He just laughed at me and left. And I started getting Skype messages saying, "I will find you." I'm writing this now. I'm scared to leave my house, but what if Blue Bonnie finds me? Please, if you read this, don't watch the FNaF movie. You may just find something evil and blue.
Roger's tale spread across the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom, causing distress and worry. As the discussion of this being real or not and the safety of Roger went viral, fans quickly connected this story to a previous one of Mars Gamer 13, who encountered a Blue Bonnie, a now famous urban legend in the community that haunts its players. Had Roger fallen victim to the sick bunny's game? Was it a consequence for pirating the film? As articles started coming out about this, Jason Blum, the producer of the movie and owner of Blumhouse Production, responded to an article with an alarming sight. A photograph of a gun. Will we ever know what happened to Roger? What did Jason Blum mean by sending that image? And most importantly, the question I want you watching to ask yourself. Did he have it coming?